Welcome to Lutical Connections, where we explore relationships, personal growth, and emotional well-being through thoughtful discussion. Today, we're diving into a fascinating question. Does philosophy offer answers to relationship problems? On the surface, it may seem that philosophy and relationships are two very different things. One is an intellectual pursuit, and the other is a deeply emotional, often complex aspect of human life. But when you take a closer look, philosophy has a lot to offer when it comes to understanding and navigating the challenges we face in relationships. From questions about love and commitment to issues of trust and communication, philosophy can help us think more deeply about our connections with others, offering tools to solve common relationship problems. In this video, we'll explore how various philosophical ideas can provide insight into relationship dynamics and how they might be applied to everyday relationship challenges. Let's begin by considering the nature of love. Love has been a subject of philosophical debate for thousands of years, and different schools of thought have offered unique perspectives on what love is and what it means to love someone. For example, Plato famously discussed the idea of love as a pursuit of the ideal, or the divine, in his work, the Symposium. He believed that love was a way for humans to connect with something greater than themselves, and that true love involved a quest for wisdom and personal growth. Plato's notion of platonic love has become synonymous with deep, non-romantic bonds that help individuals grow and become better versions of themselves. When applied to relationships, this idea suggests that love isn't just about attraction or emotional attachment, but about helping each other grow and evolve. In this sense, philosophical reflection encourages us to look at relationships as spaces for mutual growth, rather than mere emotional fulfillment. Another philosopher who offers valuable insight into relationships is Aristotle. Aristotle saw love as central to human happiness and well-being. In his concept of philia, or friendship, Aristotle identified a kind of love based on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. He argued that the best relationships are those where both people genuinely care about each other's well-being and seek to help one another flourish. Aristotle's view reminds us that relationships are about more than just passion or desire. They're about building deep, supportive connections where both people benefit. If we take Aristotle's ideas seriously, it becomes clear that healthy relationships require active participation. It's not enough to simply feel love. We must also act in ways that support and uplift our partner, creating an environment where both individuals can thrive. Let's shift our focus to the idea of communication, which is one of the most important aspects of any relationship. Many philosophical approaches emphasize the importance of dialogue in understanding one another. Søren Kierkegaard, a Danish existentialist philosopher, explored the idea of communication in relationships. Kierkegaard believed that genuine communication required vulnerability and honesty, a willingness to reveal our true selves to another person. This can be difficult, especially when we fear rejection or judgment. But Kierkegaard argued that without this kind of openness, it's impossible to have a truly authentic relationship. By applying Kierkegaard's ideas to our own relationships, we can see the importance of being open, transparent, and vulnerable with our partner, even when it's uncomfortable. Without this, we may struggle to form deep connections and resolve conflicts effectively. Another philosophical perspective that can help us navigate relationship challenges comes from Immanuel Kant. Kant's philosophy is grounded in the idea of duty and respect. He argued that we should treat others as ends in themselves, not as means to an end. This principle, known as the categorical imperative, can be applied to relationships as well. Kant's philosophy suggests that in a healthy relationship, we must respect our partner's autonomy and individuality. We shouldn't try to manipulate or control them for our own benefit, but instead treat them with dignity and respect as equals. By following this principle, we can avoid many of the power struggles and manipulative behaviors that often lead to relationship problems. Respecting our partner's autonomy while maintaining our own is crucial for fostering a relationship built on trust and equality. One area where philosophy offers particularly useful guidance is in conflict resolution. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium, teaches the importance of emotional control and rational thinking in the face of challenges. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This approach can be incredibly helpful in relationships, where emotions often run high and conflicts can easily escalate. The Stoics remind us that we have the power to control our reaction, even if we can't control what our partner does or says. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we can learn to approach conflicts with calm and rationality rather than anger or frustration. This doesn't mean suppressing our emotions, but rather learning to manage them in a way that leads to productive conversations and solutions. Jean-Paul Sartre, a French existentialist, also provides an interesting perspective on relationships. Sartre believed that relationships are inherently filled with tension because each person has their own freedom and individuality. He coined the term "the look" to describe how we often try to define ourselves through the gaze of others, which can lead to feelings of jealousy, insecurity, or control in relationships. Sartre's philosophy suggests that many relationship problems arise when we try to possess or control our partner rather than embracing their freedom. By recognizing that we can't control or fully define another person, we can learn to love and respect them for who they truly are, without imposing our own expectations or insecurities on them. Simone de Beauvoir, a feminist existentialist philosopher, also explored the nature of relationships, particularly in the context of gender dynamics. In her landmark work, The Second Sex, de Beauvoir argued that many relationship problems stem from societal expectations and traditional gender roles, which often place unequal burdens on men and women. She emphasized the importance of equality and mutual respect in relationships, arguing that both partners should be free to define their own identities and roles. De Beauvoir's philosophy is especially relevant in modern relationships, where issues of power dynamics, gender roles, and equality often come into play. By questioning societal norms and creating more equitable partnerships, we can avoid many of the pitfalls that lead to resentment and conflict. Another valuable philosophical perspective comes from Buddhist philosophy, which teaches that attachment is one of the root causes of suffering. While this might seem counterintuitive in the context of relationships, where attachment is often seen as a sign of love, Buddhism encourages us to practice non-attachment. This doesn't mean detaching emotionally from our partner or avoiding love, but rather cultivating a healthy relationship where we don't cling to unrealistic expectations or try to possess the other person. Non-attachment in relationships is about allowing both partners to be individuals while still fostering love and connection. It encourages us to let go of the need for control and to accept the impermanence and unpredictability of life. By practicing non-attachment, we can reduce the anxiety, jealousy, and possessiveness that often cause problems in relationships. In conclusion, does philosophy offer answers to relationship problems? Absolutely. While philosophy may not provide simple, one-size-fits-all solutions, it offers deep insights into the nature of love, communication, conflict, and personal growth. By reflecting on the ideas of philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, Kant, Kierkegaard, Sartre, de Beauvoir, and even Buddhist teachings, we can gain a better understanding of the dynamics at play in our relationships. Philosophy encourages us to think critically, act with intention, and approach relationships with a mindset of mutual respect, growth, and understanding. While relationships will always involve challenges, these philosophical insights can help us navigate those challenges with greater wisdom and grace. Thank you for watching Lutical Connections. And if you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be looking for answers to their own relationship questions. Stay tuned for more content on relationships, personal growth, and emotional well-being.